MiaQlyte, the optimized must-have for diarrheic young ruminants. Hi, my name is Marian. I'm Product Line Manager here at MIAVIT, and today I would like to show you why we call our liquid electrolyte product MiaQlyte an optimized must-have for all young ruminants that show diarrhea symptoms. In general, there are three big benefits. First of all, the product shows an ideal sit value in combination with optimal buffering properties. Second, the product can easily be used in milk without anyhow interfering with the natural milk coagulation. And last but not least, the newly designed application bottle makes the use of MiaQlyte quick and easy. To explain you the first benefit a little bit more in detail, let's have a closer look on this mysterious sit value. As you know, calves and other ruminants with diarrhea symptoms have a massive risk of losing high amounts of the most important electrolytes, sodium, potassium and chloride. This massive loss of electrolytes brings a high risk of developing metabolic problems such as metabolic acidosis. How good an electrolyte product can counteract this loss can be easily calculated by the so-called strong iron difference, or simply SIT value. This SIT value expresses how good products can counteract this electrolyte loss and therefore also this risk of developing metabolic problems. We can calculate this SIT value quite easy by everything that is positive for the pH value in the blood minus everything that is negative for the pH value in the blood. So simply it's sodium plus potassium minus chloride. Of course, we also did this for our MiaQlyte and calculated a SIT value of 68.13 millimole per liter. What we know from literature is that you need a SIT value between 60 and 80 millimole per liter to guarantee an optimal support. So with being close to 70, we have SIT value at MiaQlyte that guarantees us an optimal and ideal support of diarrhea-infected animals. For explanation of our second benefit, let's go in our lab and perform a small experiment. As the second benefit, we can say that MiaQlyte can easily be used in milk. Why is this important? We should try to keep our diarrhea-infected animals drinking milk as long as possible, because it is their only source of nutrients and energy. And especially during stressful times, they have a very high need of this energy. Furthermore, also on farm level it is a benefit whenever we can use a product in milk. Because when we can use a product in milk, it will be one step less of work for our farmers. But why can we not feed all electrolyte products together with milk? A lot of products contain high amounts of sodium bicarbonate. This is very effective when it comes to the buffering properties. But it also has one negative impact. It increases the pH value in the stomach of the calves. Why is this a risk? Whenever a calf is consuming milk, its predigestion already starts in the abomasum. Mainly, the protein fraction will be partly degraded before entering the small intestine. This enzymatic process happens in three phases. In the first phase, the enzyme rennet opens the hydrate shell and the outer K-casein will be split off. Due to the absence of the protective shell, salt bridges are formed in the second phase between the calcium-sensitive casein fractions and the calcium ions. These connections lead to the coagulation of the milk. In the third phase, whey escapes from the three-dimensional structure. We can see a clear separation of the coagulated protein fraction and the liquid whey part. As the start of this process is enzyme-based, we need a low pH value inside the abomasum of newborn ruminants for an optimal milk coagulation. Increasing the pH value in the abomasum brings a high risk of non-optimal predigestion. To show you the effects of differing buffering agents, we can perform a small experiment. Here you can see 3 times usual cow milk, so the one that we might also feed to our dairy calves. The first one we will use as a negative control. In the second one, we will put our MiaQlyte, which contains sodium formiate and sodium propionate as a buffering agent. In the last one, we will put the recommended dosage of sodium bicarbonate. And now we simply have to use rennet, the enzyme that is responsible for the natural coagulation of milk. Last but not least, we just have to simply heaten up the milk to calf's body temperature, so around 38 degrees, and wait for around 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, we can do the evaluation of our experiment. At our negative control, you can see a clear separation of the two phases. So you have the coagulated protein fraction at the bottom of the glass and the watery part at the top of the glass. We can see the same results at our glass where we put additionally our MiaQlyte. When we look at the results of our third glass, you can see that the results look a little bit different. So there is no separation of the two different parts and almost no coagulation of the milk. To have a final evaluation of our experiment, let's have a closer look on the results. So for final evaluation of our experiment, we just put the content of our glasses through a very fine sieve. And what we can see at our negative control is a very high amount of coagulated milk part and only less water parts. We can see almost the same results for the milk supplemented with MiaQlyte. So also there we can see high amounts of coagulated protein fraction coming from the milk and only less water part. When we look at the third glass, so the milk supplemented with sodium bicarbonate, the results look a little bit different. There we have only very low amounts of coagulated milk and still very much water parts. And this bringing high risk of calves showing even higher diarrhea symptoms when we use a product containing sodium bicarbonate directly in milk, because a lot of the protein fraction is coming without any predigestion to the small intestine. And how easy the product can be used on farm level, I will directly show you. So last but not least, I would like to show you how easy we can use MiaQlyte directly on farm level thanks to our innovative application bottle. Whenever you see a young ruminant with diarrhea symptoms, you should have MiaQlyte by hand. Simply grab a bottle out of your box, shake it well, and put the bottle upside down. The recommended dosage of 60 ml will automatically be filled in the dosing chamber. Open the bottle on the top and put the product in around 2 liters of milk. Stir it a little bit, and due to its well-thought composition, the support of diarrhea-affected animals will immediately start after the intake of the milk. If you want to use smaller dosages, for lambs and kids for instance, of course you can also use our innovative application bottle. Simply put the bottle upside down again to let the product run in the dosing chamber. Now, you simply have to put the bottle slightly to the side to get to the wished dosage. So as you just saw, using MiaQlyte on farm level is very easy and very fast. Let's give our calf a little bit time to recover, get back and summarize what we have learned today about our liquid electrolyte product, MiaQlyte. As you saw during the last minutes, MiaQlyte is a liquid electrolyte product with some special benefits. The well-thought composition in combination with the easy use of the product makes MiaQlyte a must-have for all ruminant farms. Let's think electrolyte products different and start an optimal support of our newborn ruminants.